Okay, you have 2 WPT titles. You won the 2004 Player of the Year, nearly $5 million in lifetime earnings, and many people consider you one of the best players to never have a World Series poker bracelet. How important is it to you?
Oh, I want that bracelet. They did a piece this year on players that haven't won the bracelet. I was one of the guys, and Doyle's like, they named E-Dog. He hasn't won a bracelet. And I thought, I was like, that's funny. That,
I saw that.
A lot of those guys will name you, and it's true. I want a bracelet. I think I've knocked a lot of the times. And I had a pretty good World Series, but people wouldn't know it because I just didn't win one. But I was close last year. So I'm going to play less events this year, be focused when I play, and just try to win. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. What
do you
can
play
you do?
cash games at all?
I haven't played that many cash games. Once in a while, I'll play a big no-limit game with some guys, just kind of a fun thing and stuff. But, yeah, I don't play much poker outside of tournaments nowadays.
You said one time on a radio show that you have to have passion in order to be successful in poker.
Yeah, definitely. And I see that with the young guys. They have that passion. Yeah. Like I came down, I played the 5K event at the Bellagio last week, or a couple days ago, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just like a little miserable. I'm looking at it, and then there's this kid over here that can't stop talking about poker.
Oh, yeah.
His name's Kevin Saul.
Blow above.
Oh, you can't stop talking about hands. I don't blame him. This is how I used to be. So I'm sitting here, and I think this guy's thinking, I can't believe I get to do this for a living. He can't believe it. He's like, this is great. And I'm sitting there going, I can't believe I'm doing this for a living. It's just like anything else. You get a little worn out, but I think you find your love, and I do that by playing less, and then I'll focus more when I play.
Right. So it is tough to keep that passion.
Yeah, you got to keep the passion.
All right. You're close friends with a number of the players, but in particular, you're always around Gavin Smith, Bill Edler.
Yeah.
How did you become close with those guys?
Well, Bill hired me for that prop job a long time ago, and he made a trip to Foxwoods with Todd Cakewan, and somehow they befriended Gavin in his stayed at the bar, which was quite spectacular at the time. And they brought him back he came to the Bay Area for a tournament in San Pablo, which amazingly was one of the big tournaments at the time with $100 buy-ins and like $300 buy-in for the main. This was actually a major tournament on the trail back in the late 90s. And Gavin came by, and it's like, why do they like Gavin? I don't get it, But then Gavin grows on you, and you realize that he's the best guy possible, and has such a great heart, and he's so much fun. So it's easy to hang out with those guys.
Gavin the same now as he was then?
I would say Gavin's even more fun now. He's just totally comfortable in any environment, and if I want to pick up on a girl or something, I just send Gavin in. Boom, he locks it up, and then I blow it, and then.
What's a good hanging out story with Gavin?
Good hanging out story with Gavin? I can't tell you a couple of those.
Why? I think he'd be all right with it.
Not that one. No. Not the first one that came to my mind, but most of our stories involve going out to a club and being drunk and maybe rolling some dice or just having fun. It's just hanging out. We always go out to dinner, and those are the times.
Gavin always has a drink in his hand.
Yeah, he's having a Bacardi and diet, and I'm having some beer and sake or something, and I think just going out to dinner with him is the most memorable thing, and your friends. I think that's about as good a time as you can have.
All right, on June 27th, 2007, this year, you had a really publicized golf bet, with Phil Ivey, Gavin Smith, a couple other people.
Yeah.
You had to play 4 rounds of golf at Bears Best. You had to walk, you had to carry your clubs, and you had to shoot under 100 for each round. And on top of all that, it's burning hot outside.
Yeah,
I was there. So you pulled it off. You won over $300,000, and you said it wasn't worth it.
Not even close. I think I lost about 14 pounds. After the round you saw me, I just wasn't myself. I didn't know where I was at. I think I even drove off with a pair of your shoes. I didn't even know. Shoes. All I knew was I needed to go lay down. And I should have laid down in a hospital bed, but instead I went home and just was sick for the whole night and stuff. So it was really stupid. I couldn't have played 9 more holes. If you offered me a free roll at $1 million, I swear I would not have tried.
And you should have gone to the hospital the next day, but what did you do?
The next day there was a World Series event, like 5K shorthanded, so I definitely wanted to play that.
All right.
And I, of course, didn't have a chance in hell at winning that tournament.
You look terrible. I brought you Gatorade.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. I don't even remember the day after, so much less the day of golf.
All right. You stated in the past that gambling at golf is probably the most fun thing you could gamble on.
Yeah, I think golf is I love it because it's this combination of mental and physical, and you're out there with your friends, and it gets us outside because we're indoors so often, whether it be watching sports, playing poker. So we get out there on the golf course, and it's a great release, and it's something great to gamble at because you have that little 5-foot putt. Are you going to make it or are you going to choke? And that's a great element.
So what would you say is most enjoyable to you right now out of poker, golf, sports betting?
Oh, golf is
for sure.
Yeah, golf is always the most enjoyable thing I do.
Why is that? Just because of everything you just named?
Yeah. Golf is awesome.
What point in your career do you think that you might want to stop playing poker? Do you think?
I don't think anybody really stops playing poker when you get to that level. You know, I've never seen anybody retire like on their own volition or something. You know, I think like Doyle's a great example. I mean, when you're a gambler and you enjoy, because you go to those tables and Doyle plays in the big game or whatever, he plays with his friends. That's a social outing. It's not just a gambling thing. So you're competing, but you're also hanging out with your friends, and a lot of funny stories get told, and it's just so much fun, and that's the beauty of poker. So I can't see it being out of my life. Like 50 years from now, I expect to be playing with Gus, Daniel, Phil, and all those guys. So I hope that's true.
It probably will be. All right, Eric. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.